welcome to Season 2, Episode 20 of Pro Wrestling's Top 50. I'm your host, Travis McNeil, and today we continue our countdown of the top 50 matches in Impact Wrestling history with match number 31 on our list, which is the King of the Mountain match to declare the first ever, I guess we'll say, TNA World Heavyweight Champion between Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Christian Cage, and Chris Harris from the TNA Slammiversary 5 event held on June the 17th of 2007. Now, the reason I had a little confusion myself when describing this match type is this match happened shortly thereafter the NWA officially pulled themselves out of TNA. Kurt Angle had recently won the NWA World Heavyweight Championship in a match involving Christian Cage and Sting. Right after his title win was when the NWA, pulled themselves out. Kurt Angle was very briefly declared the first ever TNA World Heavyweight Champion. He was subsequently stripped of the title and it was vacated due to some controversy in the match where he won the title. And this King of the Mountain match was then rebranded to, crown the first ever TNA World Heavyweight Champion. So again, a little weird. Angle was the TNA champion for like a day. They stripped him of the title, and then this was declared the first champion. Now, this match was originally supposed to have Jeff Jarrett in it in place of Chris Harris, but Jeff Jarrett's wife unfortunately passed away shortly before Slammiversary, leading to him taking a step back from wrestling that would have him out for about a year and a half before he would make his return in late 2008. Enter Chris Harris into the spot. So Chris Harris and James Storm had actually competed in a qualifying match on Impact. It was a great brawl. It ended up going to a no contest, so neither one of them gained entry into this match. And then Chris Harris was essentially gifted Jeff Jarrett's spot. So that was something at the time kind of irked me. I was a really big James Storm fan. So the fact that Chris Harris just kind of got the spot despite not qualifying when James Storm, also didn't qualify kind of bothered me. But continuity issues there aside, this match is absolutely fantastic. I mentioned in the previous King of the Mountain match that made this list that this is kind of one of TNA's signature match types, for better or worse. It's essentially a reverse ladder match where you have to hang the title instead of pull it down. To become eligible to hang the title, you have to win a fall, and the person that you defeat to win that fall goes into a penalty box at ringside for 2 minutes. So there's a strategy of, even though it's a ladder match and you want to climb the ladder, pins and submissions matter because, not only do you need one to qualify, but it also helps eliminate some of your opponents and give you a better chance to, climb the ladder by yourself, essentially. This match is just really smart. It's got a lot of different story elements that come together, and it leads in just to a crazy, big spot kind of finishing run. And I think it is by far the best King of the Mountain match that TNA ever produced. Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe, they feuded through the end of 06, start of 07, and they immediately go right to work on each other as soon as this match starts. Christian and AJ Styles were stablemates at this point as part of the Christian Coalition, which, as you can tell, the hierarchy, is that Christian is the leader of that stable. So very early on, while Joe and Angle are doing their own thing, Christian asks AJ to lie down for him, which AJ does, being the subservient stablemate that he is. But the pinfall is broken up, and then in another great spot, AJ sneaks up behind Christian, gets him with the schoolboy, doesn't get the fall, but again showed that every man for himself kind of mentality here. Chris Harris was the one that got the first fall and became eligible to climb the ladder. He hit his finishing move Catatonic on AJ, but he swung him into Christian while he did that, which again just furthered that little dissension between the two guys in this match. We got an extended Joe and Angle sequence, which was great. Christian tried to break that up, and we had another great spot where they ended up with Angle locking the ankle lock on Christian, and then Joe slapping the coquina clutch choke on him, which I thought was great. They did another just really good spot too, which would lead into their feud continuing, where Samoa Joe got the choke on Angle, and Angle actually submitted, but the referee was knocked out. There was a ref bump, so you got that satisfaction of Joe getting that visual visual fall over Angle, which lets you know that he was going to be in line for a title match following this match. The last 5 minutes or so of this match are just madness. There's big spots galore. Angle hits an angle slam off a ladder. Samoa Joe hits like an ace crusher off the ladder to Christian, which was just a wild spot. Speaking of wild spots, Joe throws AJ Styles off the top of the penalty box through the announcer's table at ringside, which was nuts. TNA, you know, they didn't use their ringside table very much like you'd seen in WWE. So again, it was an unexpected and really cool spot. Chris Harris just delivers like a front suplex, like almost like a gourd buster to Christian off of the penalty box down to the mat. But to do it, he had to throw Christian over where the ring post was positioned. It was just a gnarly spot, incredibly, incredibly dangerous. That could have went really bad, but thankfully it didn't. And then Harris just proceeds to dive off the penalty box himself with a flying clothesline. And then we just get a finish of Angle and Christian both on the ladder. Chris Harris, in one last act of desperation, hits a spear off the top rope to take Christian off the ladder. I really liked that because, you know, intentional or not, because, you know, the spear is a move of Chris Harris's. It's that callback to Edge, right? So Christian, you know, he's seen Edge do a spear off the ladder how many times. He fell victim to it himself, and that allowed Angle to hang the title and become, you know, at that point, I guess, officially the first TNA World Heavyweight Champion. This match is a lot of fun. If you're getting into TNA for the first time and you want to see what the King of the Mountain is all about, this is probably the match to watch because, like I said, it is the best example of it that they've done. It's got lots of star power, lots of good story, and lots of good, crazy spots, which is really what you're looking for in a ladder-type match of this. You can watch this match on Impact. Plus, you can subscribe to the channel here on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Wrestling50. And please join me again tomorrow as we continue to count down Pro Wrestling's Top 50.